Hi everyone, welcome to day 9 of Nat's Yoga Challenge, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a really amazing position called Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1. Now it's a really strengthening position. It's also a good one to start with if your balance is a little bit off. I'm going to show you a couple of variations of this that are going to allow you to come into the pose, build strength, find that really good position and grounding with your feet. Ultimately, I want you to be breathing in here, so come in for a couple of breaths and come back out if you need to. I don't want your breath to be compromising the position or vice versa. So your warrior position, you would start with your feet about 2.5 feet apart, and then we're going to turn to face the right. Now when you look down here, I want you to just check that you're not kind of standing on a tightrope. You shouldn't have your feet kind of in line with each other. You want to have your feet about hip distance apart. And again, you can start just by taking a couple of bends into the front leg. And the back foot is going to come out around 45 degrees. So again, it's always about finding those nice angles. You're wanting to have the front foot nicely and firmly placed down, the heel flat, and ideally we're aiming to have a nice flat thigh. Now I always like to do this one and take a picture or look in the mirror, because what you think might be a nice flat thigh probably isn't. A good little test to do sometimes for this is to pick up your phone or your water bottle, anything that's near you while you're practicing, and see if you can balance it on this leg. If it balances, if it stays there, it means that you've got a really good strong foundation with your legs, okay? Now this is different to Warrior 2, because Warrior 2, I'm going to show you tomorrow, your hips are open. Your hips should both be facing the front, so your hips are in line and your shoulders in line. And something that often goes wrong in Warrior 1 position is that people try and straighten themselves up so much that they start to feel a bend in their back. So there's no back bend at all in Warrior 1 position. There's just a nice neutral spine. So if you need to, you can come in and give the shoulders a little bit of a shake up and down. Just make sure everything's nice and relaxed. Of course, your core is pulled in, and what I need to watch especially is that this back leg stops bending. It's going to start getting tired, and I want you to keep thinking about extending through that back leg. Both legs are working just as hard as each other. So just check that your balance in this as well, that you're not leaning forwards. This is another common position in Warrior 1. People are kind of leaning forwards. Again, you're sitting nice and low through the hips, but the spine should be elongated right up towards the ceiling. So my first positioning, and where I always like to come to, regardless of the class or the practice I'm doing, is I like to just bring my hands to the heart and take a few breaths here. Sometimes I've seen it before in Ashtanga classes where people instantly start to come up and bring their hands together, and it's too strong. They pinch the shoulders together, they're not breathing, and it's just not very nice. So be here for a couple of breaths on one side, do the same on the other, just to make sure that you are able to breathe comfortably in the position. Now, in order to bring your hands up, what we're looking for, first of all, I like to take the arms just behind the ears. So you can take hold of opposite elbows, gently start to feed the arms, walk them behind the ears, again without taking the chest too high. You've got your core nicely pulled in, and this is going to help you to, when it eventually comes, when you're bringing the palms together, coming into the full position, all you're doing is straightening up through the arms, and all you're going to do from there is drop the head back with the lips closed, and your gazing point is right up towards your own thumbs. Now Warrior 1 is a great position. I really like to play around with it in my practice, so I would urge you guys to do the same. Something that I like to do in my practice is I like to flow in and out of it with the breath. So I'll exhale, coming forwards, just touching opposite elbows, and then I'll inhale to open all the way up, dropping the head back, looking up to the thumbs, squeeze your palms together, and exhale as you come down. And inhale. So give it a little go, let me know what you think of Warrior 1. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Warrior 2. You should feel like a warrior in these positions. It's a really strong position. Again, you should always feel as if you're stretching the mat from wall to wall. Watch this back leg, keep it nice and strong. And I want you to feel strong and steady and grounded and fierce in your warrior positions. Now, another common thing that happens in Warrior 1 is your knee might start to roll inwards. Always thinking about opening up through the hips and rolling your thigh muscle outwards, almost as if you were keeping this knee kind of tracking over the outside of your little baby toe. Try not to let it fall inwards. We want everything opened up. So give it a go, have a little shot of it, and let me know what you think. Bye guys.